What's good, fam? We back at it with another embarrassing excuses, man, on my 600-pound life. As always, man, I'm gonna try not to get mad or cuss. It's tough. It's tough, man. But I'm gonna try to stay as calm as possible this whole video. I'm gonna try. Let's jump straight into it.
I know it ain't good for me, but whenever I get bad news like this, the first thing I always want to do is go get something to eat and drink.
Losing weight isn't easy even under the best of circumstances, but it can be especially tough when you're battling food addiction and haven't done any exercise in the last couple years. That describes just about every patient in the history of my 600-pound life, so it's no surprise that a good amount of these patients run into a few hiccups on their path to health.
Nicole is still not taking responsibility.
If Steven is in this,
And blaming everybody around her.
However, some of those patients aren't quite ready to face up to their shortcomings. We've already talked about a lot of the worst excuses in the history of the show, but there are just so many more to talk about. So subscribe if you haven't already for more content, click that bell, and let's dive right into it.
Steven is like the kryptonite to my anger, man. Like, he's gonna piss me off.
We talked about James in an earlier video, but there is just so much to break down in this episode. This time, we'll start off with his dad getting sick.
When I'm stuck in this bed and something happens to my dad, it makes me very mad that I can't get up. I want to be there for him.
Yeah, so James is completely bedridden, so he can't do anything to help his dad in his time of need.
This is my worst nightmare come true. My father needs me, and all I can do is sit there. They're taking Dad to the hospital.
This is clearly upsetting James, and who can blame him? Maybe this is the kick in the pants he needs to finally start eating right and losing some weight.
The doctor told us that we needed to get him to Texas so that he can help him out. We talked it over, and the only way we can get him there is in the back of my van.
In my opinion, for his medical welfare, we definitely prefer him to go with a medical team.
Since we don't have funds for that, we have no choice. We're just going to try to put him in the van.
Okay.
Did you not just hear this man, lady? We get it. He gets it. You don't have the funds. But he has to be with a medical squad to actually get him where he need to get. They know how to keep him where they need to keep him on the travel. It's your fault he's that big.
Well, kudos to them. They're clearly doing everything they can to get James down to Houston, even going against some sound medical advice in the process.
We're with the Catholic Church. We investigate unexplained phenomena.
There's something happening.
4 foot 2.5.
See, that's his legs were almost 5 feet, or right at 5 feet wide. I don't believe he's going to fit in this, not comfortably.
So you don't think I should take the van and put him in it?
Did you not just hear what he said, lady? You cannot take the van.
I wouldn't recommend it.
My God, he can't even fit in the van.
When my dad told me he refinanced his home, I was speechless. He has always been there for me, even when I can't give that back to him.
Wow, that is some fatherly love right there. James' father sacrificed literally everything just so James can have a chance at living his life again. So he better not waste that gift.
Just looking at him, you can tell that he's in pretty bad state. His cellulitis is out of control, and he doesn't look to have lost any weight in the past 4 months.
Uh-oh, that's not good. Even though this is the first time they've met face-to-face, Dr. Now emailed James a diet plan 4 months ago, and it doesn't look like he's followed it at all.
James is not going to survive much longer, and since I've been working with you two, he's not lost any weight, and he's worse off now.
That's right. Talk to the mama, Dr. Now, because it's her fault.
We're going to just have to stick to the plan of making the change of going to the
There is no
protein
we,
and the
it's
protein.
you.
Well,
There's no we, it's you.
Right.
You are bringing the food, you're helping him to kill him.
if we don't give him what he
He
wants.
can scream all he wants to.
Boy, Dr. Now...
Man, that's why I fucks with him, man. I'm sorry, I cussed. But I gotta give what it's due. That's why, man.
Now is on fire so far. He knows that James is on the verge of death, and he's not having any of Lisa's excuses. And you know what? He's right. At the end of the day, James is bedridden, so if Lisa doesn't bring him food, there's nothing he can do about it.
I have brought him the food, but I didn't get him in that shape.
You got him in this
shape. He broke his ankle and got in the bed, and the bed broke, and so the fluid started retaining in his leg.
Look, you feeding him got him to this point.
I'm feeding him like he wants me to, but I'm not doing it purposely because I love him.
Absolutely no mercy there from Dr. Now. He's not here.
Lady, you pissing me off.
Hearing anything about the ankle or Lisa's supposed inability to stop feeding him. Those excuses are terrible, and Dr. Now is not even entertaining them.
You need to change, and she needs to stop bringing you food.
I have to eat something.
No, you don't have to eat something. You have eaten 800 pounds of food in you.
And don't worry, James isn't getting off that easy.
Man, you're Dr. Now talking that
Maybe
stuff.
James does need to eat food to survive, but he certainly doesn't need to eat as much as he does, or the horrible types of food he eats.
It's been almost 2 months since Dr. Now told me to lose 85 pounds on my own, and I've been working really hard to do that. But ever since I've had my heart failure, all that stress and stuff has been making it hard for me to resist my cravings.
James had heart failure, and he responded to that in about the worst way imaginable.
The biggest setback has been losing the use of our car. Lisa was driving down the freeway, and her tire started to come off. And we can't afford to pay for a cab, so we have to order out a lot right now.
You hungry?
Yeah, I'm starving. My head's hurt.
Seriously, you're ordering out? You know, you could just take a taxi to the supermarket and pick up a week's worth of healthy food.
You know what? Yeah, all right. I'm done.
Or just order something healthy. But nope, this is just a terrible excuse for you to keep doing what you've always done. If you're even a casual fan of My 600-Pound Life, then I'm sure you're familiar with Stephen Asanti, so we're going to skip the intro for this section and just get right to the good stuff.
There have been some frustrating moments that have been harder for me to deal with. Mostly how long it takes for people to respond to the call button.
Stephen, this is not a 5-star hotel. The nurses are not there to wait on your every whim.
Over the past month, a lot of his pathological behavior started to come out. He's become abusive to hospital staff, and he expects everybody to wait on him hand and foot.
I need somebody in my room immediately. I have been waiting.
Oh boy.
Oh my God.
You know it's bad when Dr. Now needs to get in there and intervene. Let's see how Stephen handles this tongue lashing.
I'm not liking what I'm hearing.
At times, I sometimes I get frustrated. I tell them, if I act like a kid, I want you to treat me like a kid.
How old are you?
I'm 33 years old.
Seriously, Stephen, that's your excuse? You're a grown-ass adult man. It is not their responsibility to scold you like a child. It's your job to act your age.
I don't want to hear of this issue again.
Yes.
And if I do, then this is going to be a very different conversation.
All right.
All right.
That's the final straw right there. If Stephen acts up, he's out of the program and out of the hospital.
I hit that by an accident because I don't feel good, you know what I'm saying? You know that.
I never seen any patient like Stephen. He asking for pain medicine every 15 minutes, and then he spilled urine on the floor.
Wow.
You know what? Fuck this shit. You need your big ass whip,
Think about
man.
all the crap a nurse has to deal with on a daily basis, and then realize that Stephen is worse than any other patient this poor nurse has ever had to deal with. Dr. Now has to kick him out, but will Stephen handle this with grace?
I apologize for it.
Fuck your apologies, man. You out here spilling yo.
Mean nothing. You come here for help, and at this point, there's nothing I can do to help you. So you're done here.
Yeah, get
I've been doing good and everything, please.
Of course he didn't. Everyone knew that was coming. That's the best he has. Just fake excuses and even faker tears.
Can I please have another chance?
No. Your behavior at this point dictates that nobody can help you in here.
That's right.
Please, I want to.
Man, get the fuck out.
Somebody call the Oscars. We've got a star on our hands.
You lost over 100 pounds. Okay, so now I want you to lose another 60 pounds over next month.
Stephen gets one last weigh-in before leaving the hospital, and at least the diet's been working.
Steve, I'll see you later.
Thank you, Dr. Lazada.
All right.
Thank you.
So Dr. Now isn't completely giving up on him just yet, but can Stephen justify that completely unearned faith?
All right, Dad, I want pizza.
How about no?
What the science is showing us is the universe appears to be alive. It appears to be conscious.
And I really don't want you to have it.
It's the only time I want to have it, so.
What do you want?
Just a large pizza with cheese and pepperoni and 2-liter bottle of Coke.
You've got to be kidding me, Steven. Have you even been in the apartment for 2 minutes? He has to lose 60 pounds in a month and try to prove to Dr. Now that he's worth helping. And this is how you started off? Seriously? Well, Steven's always good for an excuse. Let's see what he has to say this time.
You know you had to eat that, right?
Yeah. I'm not gonna mess up my weight loss.
I just want to smack.
After this, I'm going back on the diet plan and sticking with it.
Oh, it's the only time you're gonna have it? That's your excuse? Look, I don't think there's a single person on this earth that believes for even half a second, and spoiler alert, it was not the only pizza he had. Steven's bad habits and terrible behavior continued throughout the episode, making him arguably the worst patient in the history of the show. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. If you really want to go into everything terrible about Steven, check out this video on him. Card on the top.
If I don't change, my kids are either going to relive my childhood or watch me die. And I will not let my kids bury me in their diapers. I refuse to.
Nicole and her family have relocated to Houston prior to her first meeting with Dr. Now. And if that's not a good enough motivation to lose weight, then I don't know what would be.
As glad as I am to be here, I'm still really nervous because I know everything is going to ride on what the doctor is going to tell me.
Today's the big day, and Nicole, understandably, is a little worried about Dr. Now and what he might say.
684.
Wow.
Holy hell, that's a big number. 684.
So what does your eating habit look like?
And don't you fucking lie.
Not very good. My family has a fast food habit. I don't have a choice because I can't get up and stand and cook for myself, so I have to eat what's brought to me.
Well, that's not a great sign. And right away, Nicole is...
But no. I'll give her the fact that she actually told the truth. A lot of them will come in there and be like, well, you know, I be drinking a lot of water. I eat vegetables every day. Like, how the fuck you 800-something pounds then? You's a damn lie.
Blaming her family for everything she eats. And while they certainly do enable her, you don't get to 680 pounds without being compliant in some of those bad choices.
So, Nicole, let me get this straight. You don't want to eat the bad food, but you have... So
enable her time. And right away, Nicole...
She put cornflakes as...
is blaming her family for everything she eats. And while they certainly do enable her, you don't get to 680 pounds without being compliant in some of those bad choices.
So, Nicole, let
you cooking, man?
me get this straight. You don't want to eat the bad food, but you have to because your family makes you. And you bring the bad food because she will get upset.
Yeah, it took Dr. Now all of quite literally 10 seconds to debunk that excuse.
And I want you to lose 30 pounds over the next month, okay? Well, if you follow this, and we're going to see if we get you to the point that you're going to be appropriate for weight loss surgery, okay?
Okay, 30 pounds over a month. By Dr. Now standards, that's very reasonable if Nicole can stick to that.
Today I'm going to a follow-up appointment with Dr. Now Zarden. Over the past month, it's been really difficult to stick to his diet.
Lady, you only had to lose 30 pounds. Compared to everybody else, that ain't shit.
Nicole's heading for her follow-up appointment, and those are never the words you want to hear from the patients.
He told me to lose 30 pounds and get under 654. And I really have no idea if I'm even close to that.
Again, 30 pounds shouldn't be too hard for someone her size, so it's very concerning that she's not feeling good about the weigh-in.
673.
I'm a little disappointed that I didn't lose what I was supposed to. And I'm scared about what the doctor's gonna say. But I hope Dr. Now sees that I am making progress so I can get bariatric surgery.
He gonna be like, no, you out here fucking around still eating what you want to eat and you ain't doing your job.
Nicole, 11 pounds isn't progress when you start off in the high 600s. You should be a little more than disappointed, and I've got a hunch Dr. Now is going to drill that point home when he steps into the room.
What seems to be your sort of stress?
We still need to find an apartment. We're going back and forth to different hotels. My family puts all the stress on me and wants me to take care of everything instead of trying to help me find a place.
So you're
the more stressed I was, the more I lost weight.
Family is the problem again?
Look, I get it. Moving is hard, especially when you don't have any sort of security around you. But you can't use that as an excuse to cheat on the diet. This is quite literally life and death, and Nicole just doesn't seem to realize that.
Nicole is still not taking responsibility and blaming everybody around her.
And in case you think I'm being too harsh, Dr. Now is right there with me.
No one understands how hard it is to be over 600 pounds and missing a leg. Those two factors combined make getting around almost impossible.
LB's right. Either condition's pretty debilitating, but combining both of them must make the physical act of moving a living nightmare.
Right now, the prosthetic leg I use is barely able to hold my weight.
It's getting so bad that he might not have the prosthetic for much longer. He needs help fast.
I'm an emotional wreck right now because everything's at stake for me for this appointment today. And it's been so long since I've been on a scale.
LB and his family made the trip to Dr. Now's, and it doesn't sound like he's too excited for his upcoming weigh-in.
It's been a while
He gotta be close to 650.
since I've been on a scale, and I don't want to know how big I've gotten. So I'm not looking forward to seeing that number come up.
What I say? Close to 650, man.
Oh man, that's a lot, especially when you consider he's down a limb. If he had that second leg, he might be pushing 700.
I'm going to put you on a low-carb, high-protein diet that is 1,200 calories a day.
Damn.
If you stick to the diet, then you should have no problem hitting a weight loss goal of 50 pounds over the next month.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to stop drinking.
Dr. Now knows this is drastic, so he sets a pretty lofty goal. Can LB make it?
But I'm worried about getting more active because my prosthetic leg's been making noises when I move. So today I have an appointment with my prosthesis maker to see if he can fix whatever it is.
Having that much weight bearing on a prosthetic leg is obviously not ideal, so let's see how that appointment goes.
What's your body weight now?
642.
Wow, dude. Your foot was ordered when you were in the 500-pound range, right? So you're technically way over the weight limit on this foot, and that's probably where the squeak's coming from.
Oh boy, that would certainly explain why it's acting up.
Every step you take, you're pushing down through it, and it's blowing right through the foot shell, and you got some stress cracks in the carbon. There's really nothing that can be done. You just need a new one.
That's what I wasn't looking forward to hearing.
And they're not going to make one for someone that's over 600 pounds.
Man, that's some rough news. They don't make prosthetics that can support that kind of weight, so he's running the risk of breaking the leg every single time he puts weight on it. He'll need
And he gonna have to drop at least close, and I could say max 200 pounds just to walk on that leg.
to lose some weight to get to a point where they can make something for him again.
I know it ain't good for me, but whenever I get bad news like this, the first thing I always want to do is go get something to eat and drink.
Oh no, James, that's literally the worst choice you could make.
Let me get a Bacon King combo with a large sweet tea. Let me add a 10-piece nugget to it too. And I need an order of chicken fries too.
Did you not hear your ass can't have it because you'll break your prosthetic leg, man? God damn, James, I was feeling sorry for you now. Now, fuck you, man.
Oh my God, that's a lot of food. James, LB, buddy, I get this is bad news, but you can't use it as an excuse to eat stuff like that. Heck, if anything, this news is all the more reason to try to eat as healthy as humanly possible so you can get down to a weight that your leg can support. All you're doing right now is adding on pounds and increasing the odds that it falls. Well, that's all I have for this time. Thank you so much for watching.
Man.
And I've covered a lot of crazy excuses and eating habits today, but
Man, that pissed me off. Soon as I seen Steven, I got mad. Some bullshit is what it is. And I get it. Like, people are used to their urges. I get it. But if it's fucking you up that bad, I don't understand. You're gonna keep killing yourself? Excuse me. Man, ain't no real talk, it really ain't no excuses. It ain't. It ain't. Especially the shit that I seen, it ain't no excuses why folks cannot be getting their shit together. Or at least trying to. I seen folks with stents in their heart kill it out here. I see folks with half their body kill it out here. I see folks that was, y'all seen it in the shows. Folks bigger than them get down to, bring down the weight and be living. Man, come on, man. It ain't no excuses, man. And some folks be seeing it right there at face value and be like, no, he's gonna be good. He just gotta keep this. Motherfucker, tell him the truth. Dr. Now is gonna tell you the truth. A couple of the world is gonna tell you, well, some of the world, not all the world. Some of the world gonna tell you the fucking truth. If you don't get it together, you're going to die, sir. Ma'am. This is not a fucking joke. You want to live, right? Then do what you got to do to live. I get it. It's tough in the beginning. Yes, it is. What are you going to do about it? The tough shit is only temporary. It's only temporary. Come on, man. You see people, it's plenty of stories, everyday people that's out here tearing fucking life up, man. Man, if y'all like this video, man, smash the like button for your boy, man. Comment down below what y'all thought of the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel, man. To me, it's just, I'm just sad at the fact of it. I get it. Some folks like you only got one life to live. Do what you want, but you gotta live to fucking. You have to live in order to experience certain shit in life. Well, remember T.K. Kirkland even said that life is long. I hear people say life is short. Life is fucking long. It definitely is. You gotta take this shit one day at a time. You can't take it 1 month, a year at a time. You don't, man. You gotta take it one day at a time. Some fools is used to blaming other things and other people for their fuck up. Like, no, I ain't gonna front. I used to be that person. I'm like, take that accountability. Like, nah, bro, I fucked up because I fucked up. I didn't do what I was supposed to do. It was not their fault. They don't put a gun to your head and make you eat all this fucking food. Man, come on, man. But yeah, yo, comment down below what y'all thought. Comment down below what else y'all want me to react to as well. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace, love, blessings. See y'all in the next video. We out.